Okay, so in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to model this VOSS glass water bottle with some liquid inside. So I have the cap right here. This is the bottle. And if I hide the bottle, you can see some liquid inside that's actually moving. If you want to download this entire blend file with all the camera movements and lighting, you can get it on my Patreon. So consider becoming a member and get access to my past and future tutorial project files. I'll hit A and then X to delete everything. We'll do Shift A and we'll add in a reference image. Here's my reference image. I'll leave a link in the description. You can get the same reference images that I'm using. I also went ahead and made the labels on my own, which I'll be providing in the description. So go ahead and input the reference image, and we're just going to hit 0 it out, and we're going to go to the -Y. We'll rotate it on the x-axis by 90 degrees, and I'm just going to decrease the opacity. Okay, Shift A, add in a mesh cylinder. We'll go into wireframe, edit mode, GZ1 on your keyboard to move it above the origin point. Enter. Go back into object mode, and we'll just align it with the water bottle. Something like this. We'll hit S to scale it. Cool. And then we can just hit S and then Z on our keyboard, scale it up. Then I'm going to go ahead and go to edit mode, hit Control R to add in a loop cut, bring it up over here. And then we can just select the top line right here, hit S to scale it. Something like that. And then do the same thing at the bottom, Control R, loop cut, bring it down. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much it for the body. Now we can just go back into edit mode. We can use the edge select tool, select this edge by holding Alt. And then I'm going to duplicate it. So Shift D to duplicate it, right click on your mouse to set it back in place, and then hit P on your keyboard and separate selection. Now, if you go back to object mode, we have another object right here. We'll call this the cap. And we'll call the cylinder the body. Okay. Select the cap, go to edit mode, go to -Y, hit A, and then E to extrude on the Z axis. E, something like that. Okay. Go back into object mode, and now we go back to solid mode, and we just want to make it a little bit bigger so it doesn't overlap too much. So hit S and then just slightly. Oh, wait, sorry. The origin point is all the way at the bottom. We want to right click and then set origin to geometry. And now we want to just scale it up a little bit, just a little bit. That's it. And at the top, we just want to add in a face by hitting F. Okay. We can also go to the bottom here. We can actually hold Alt and then hit Control B to bevel it a little bit. And then we can also select this face, hit GZ, and then move it up a bit. Okay. Now let me just hide the cap for a second. We don't need this picture anymore, so we can just hit H to hide it. And now let's make the portion where, the water comes out. I don't know what you call that, the exit hole, I guess. But let's go into edit mode. Let's go to -Y. Well, let's use the face select, sorry. Go to -Y. And then we'll just do GZ and bring it up. Somewhere here, I guess. And now hit S to scale. There we go. All right, we're just gonna add in some loop cuts actually. So Control R, add in like 4 loop cuts, I guess. S to scale, something like that. Hold Alt, click on this edge. Control B, bevel. All right. Oh, we'll select this face using the face select tool. Select this face. Let's start making those ring shapes that you see for the exit hole. So to do that, I'm just gonna hit E, and then right click, and then I'll hit S. And move it up a little bit. Yeah. And then E. This one's going to be a little bigger than the rest of them, so like that. And then just hit the period button, and then with I again, inset, E. That's too much, actually. So that's good. E. And then E again, right click, S to scale. And then GZ, E. I again, E, and then E again, right click, and then S, E again, I, E, and then E again, right click, S, and then I again. This will be the final one. Eye, and then we'll delete the face. There you go. Now we got the opening done. Pretty easy. So we can right click, shade auto smooth, and then we can bring back the cap. We can also shade auto smooth the cap. Okay, now let's shade it. So I'm gonna just drag it up like this. There we go. Let's start with the lighting first because we want to render this out in cycles just because it looks way more realistic. Let's switch this to GPU. Highly recommend it for faster rendering. Make sure it's enabled in your system settings. So I have my NVIDIA RTX 4090. Make sure it's enabled. Sample is going to be 100. The max on this is going to be 200. Let's make sure this is attached to the body. So select the cap, hold shift, select the body, control P, and then parent it to the object. So now they're one object right here. And now we're just gonna hit S and scale it down all the way until, the Z axis here reaches 0.235 or 0.25 is fine. All right, now we'll do Shift A. We'll add in a plane. We'll make it a little bigger. Bring it up. Select the middle portion. We'll go to the modifiers. Add in a bevel. Of course, we'll add in like 10, 12, and then we can just shade out smooth. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to switch this to 30 FPS and let's add in a camera. Let's go to the camera view. Let's move this back. Oh, sorry. Bring it closer. This is going to go on social media, so it's going to be like 1080 by 1920 for me. Okay. We'll just render region, crop the render region. And let's go into render mode. Okay. Let's do Shift A, add in a light. Area light, we'll bring it up. Scale the area light down a little bit. That's way too strong. I guess that works. All right, now let's shade it. So easiest thing is the cap first. The cap is just a gray plastic color, I think. So we'll go down here. Make it shiny, so like 0.1, 0.2. Now for the body, it's going to be complete glass. So let's do new. Let's use the glass BSDF. Now let's open up a new window. Let's go to the shader editor. And we're just going to add in an image texture. So Shift A, image texture, and plug this into the roughness. So hit open. We'll go, like I said, I'll leave a link in the description. You can use this same label that I have right here. I'll provide it for you. Open image, and there it is. Okay. Let's go to the UV editor now, and let's actually place it properly on the image. So let's go right here. Let's select the front portion right here. So use the face select tool. We'll select the front part right here. We'll just do U, project from view. Nice. And now we could go back into render mode. Oh, we should switch this to the label actually. Yeah, there you go. And then we'll just hit S and scale it. And make sure it's aligned. Might have to get it in there. Yeah, there you go. I think something like that works. So now you can see the label. I don't know what's happening on the side here. So you know what? Let's select the back here. Right here. And we can go into render mode. We can just move it out the way. We don't need this even in the frame. S. We also don't need this. So just move that out the way. All right, so to fill it up with water, the technique I got was from this YouTuber right here. It's a very cool technique because you don't have to do a heavy water simulation, liquid simulation, which is going to be heavy on your computer. All right, so to do that effect, we're going to have to go into this view right here. Let's go to wireframe, Shift A, add in a mesh cylinder again. We can just do edit mode, GZ1 on our keyboard. Go back to object mode, scale it down. Want it to be relatively just a little bit smaller than our bottle, so the liquid can fit inside. I think something like that could work. Oh, it's not fully in the middle. We got to make sure it's in the middle. There we go. And then we can just hit S and then Z. Scale it all the way up. Okay, now if you want it to move like liquid, we're going to have to add in another item. So Shift A, add in a plane. We'll scale it down a little bit, bring it up. Bring it up. Let's actually hide our main bottle for now, our body and our cap. Let's just hide that. And this is going to be our water, so just rename it to water. And we'll rename this to ocean. You'll see why in a sec, because I'm going to add a ocean modifier to this. Boom. Scale it down a little bit, actually. And we'll increase the resolution to 14. And the size is going to be 14 as well. Oh, let me scale it up a little bit. Then we're just going to animate it. So select the time here, go all the way to the end. You can change it to something like 3. And let's decrease the waves to like 0.4. Something like that could work just fine. And now select the cylinder, add in a shrink wrap modifier. So shrink wrap, select the ocean right here. And then change this to project, outside surface, uncheck positive, change it to negative, and it's going to be on the Z axis. Okay. So if you hide it, you can see what's going on here. It's actually affecting our cylinder, mimicking that water effect. We can increase the subdivision by adding a subdivision surface modifier. Move it up, increase it to like 3, and you go into edit mode. Just add a loop cut. Control R, loop cut up here. Control R, loop cut down there. Just smooth it out. You can add one more down there. And there we are. Now, if you bring back the ocean modifier, maybe you can bring it down a bit, just to see the effects. Or if you want to increase the waves here, you can increase it to like, I don't know, 8. And you can hide it. You can see what's happening. Shit all smooth. Boom. Nice. All right, now we need to make this look like water. So let's go into render mode. Make sure you save your work, by the way. So going back to solid mode, make sure you save your work. I saved it as VOSS water bottle tutorial. And then go back into render mode. Let's make this look like water. So to make it look like water, we can collapse this. We can change the shader editor. Hit new, change this to water. And the roughness is 0. Index of refraction is 1.333. And then transmission, you can make it close to 1. So there you go. And now we can add in something else. We can add in a noise texture. And we can add in a bump node. Plug the factor into the height, and the bump goes into the normal. And now we got some effects of the water here. You can increase this to 10 if you want to get more of that intense water look. Or you can keep it at 5. Increase the detail to 10 or 15. Now, if you bring back your objects like your body and your cap. Oh, the cap's going to be under the body. So right here. Boom. Go into render mode, or sorry, the camera view. And there you go. We got it somewhat full. And it's moving as well, which is cool. Now, we can adjust the lighting here as well. Make this smaller. Turn this into a disk. And then we can also add another one. So Shift D, duplicate, then decide RX90, maybe SZ. Give you some product lighting tutorial right here as well. Get some of that rim lighting on the side, which looks kind of nice. But yeah, you want to also decrease the world lighting to 0. That'll make it look even better. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, you can get this entire blend file with all the camera movements on my Patreon. I'll see you all in the next tutorial.